Happy full moon in Aries. Happy harvest moon. And happy Nigerian Independence Day. We repping today. Also wearing my favorite, absolute favorite designer, Cinnamon Legos. I'll tag them in the comments to celebrate. Love to all of the Niger fam in our community. Drop a or a flag in the comments. Just a few announcements. The doors to the sanctuary are open for October, so if you've been wanting to join, you can do that now. All of the messages for October are there. If you're new here, we previously offered a service called On Demand, where I did channelings monthly soul guidance for all 12 signs. That has shifted and expanded into the sanctuary, which is our group membership offering for communion with yourself and your soul family. So it's very intentional about creating opportunity for you to go deep, do your work, and then also circle back and find connection with people who are like-minded and really going on the journey of soul growth, wholeness, and healing. So we invite you to join if that resonates with you. So for this full moon, we are looking at what needs to be broken down within us and around us. We know things are already breaking down, right? But what can we be responsible for? And then what needs building up? Because as I've been calling it since the summer, we're in the middle of, really since last year, the Great Reconstruction. And so what needs building right now? And then finally, where can we be more brave? And if you are in the sanctuary, you received or will receive, depending on when you're watching this, an email with a worksheet to accompany this channeling. I won't take all of those. So what needs breaking down? I'm using the Dust to Onyx Tarot by Courtney Alexander to start. Now I have 3 cards, so I'll take these. Bottom of the deck is the 9 of Pentacles. This is Virgo energy. What have we learned from Virgo season that we're taking into Libra season with us? Is it confidence? Is it value? Knowing who we are? That is the place where you build from. A place of abundance, a place of confidence, a place of integrity, spiritual and otherwise, with the respect for the earth, with the respect for humanity, and first and foremost, respecting ourselves. And so this is the framework for anything that we're to be building. This is the harvest in my, I love it in this card too, in this deck, in my Tarot of the Orisha deck. It's very similar. A woman is sowing seed. And the harvest looks like reaping, right? But it also is about breaking down of the land, tilling the land, making sure that, preparing crops for dormancy, all of that. It's a skill, it's a science, it's wisdom. And we're gonna find it. If I don't, it's okay. I'm sure it's not gonna be like the last card. Second to last. But here it is. So this is also about dominion also a term that's commonly used, sovereignty, taking responsibility and accountability for our own behaviors. Aries is, it's you. This is who you are. It's also you in your infancy, you in your beginning, you in your rebirth, how you individualize or individuate yourself from the whole, Pisces. It's the bravery and the courage to stand apart, to stand alone if necessary. And so what needs breaking down, we got Mama Coin. This deck is intentional about making the highest court card matriarchal. So the equivalent to this card would be the King of Pentacles. And so, of course, we know that the patriarchy is what is to be broken down, right? And the very presence of Mama Coin and the creation of this card and the intention of the way it was created, it almost does that in its just very beingness. But this is also our ideas around gender, our ideas around how we value gendered work. So women's work, how it's valued, changing the way we think about the worth and the value of the services that are offered, especially those who hold ancient and sacred wisdom. And so really rewiring, and it starts with us, right? Like, so if you are a child care provider, or you are a plant medicine healer, or you are an energetics worker, or you are a self-employed accountant, and you have, you're working from home and you're a mom, and you just felt like maybe if I lower my rates, because I work from home, and maybe people won't take me as seriously because I also prioritize home, or because of this society, I have to, I don't have any other assistance, all of those things. And so we create, or we acquiesce to patriarchy because we've been programmed to devalue ourselves. And it's for survival, right? For the most part, just thinking like, well, I have to start somewhere, but you are skilled. So this breaking down is of the way that we view femme and gender, women's work. And also breaking down the fact that we think that it's women's work, right? So domesticity, care for children, cleaning of the home, because that doesn't function. It doesn't allow for caregivers, mothers in particular, to be whole if they're not supported, if they're doing everything. And so if you are a caretaker and you're watching this and you're partnered, how can you express, the support that you're needing? How can you take a stand potentially for people in the workplace, to make sure that men and male-bodied folks are getting the same leave, for instance, like parent leave versus, maternal leave, family leave, right? And so we have those things in place, but they're not always honored. So where can you make a stance? Where can you speak truth to power? for fairness. This is Libra energy, and our full moon is coming under Libra. What are the ways that we have cheated ourselves or limited ourselves because our societal contracts expect certain things of us, demand certain things of us, particularly in our work? So that is a focus. What needs building? Wheel of Fortune, everything. But in particular, I'm reminded that this card that came through in the Spiritual New Year channeling from Inner Sun Alchemy was really speaking to industries. And so capitalism as it stands is all about our productivity, not about our holistic wellness and well-being and this is a functioning society, a happy people, a well people. And so we are needing to build up emotional intelligence, emotional wellness, spiritual wellness. It's a new day. Things have to change. And so what are we doing to prioritize our wellness above our work? That's what needs building. That's where our attention needs to be. That's how we'll have the strength to create systems that are more sustainable. And we all have a responsibility, but it starts with doing our own work. And then we then have the soul power really to influence change. And then finally, where do we need to be more brave? 9 of Wands, standing up for what we believe in as it relates to everything that was just channeled and as it relates to our own vision and our own dream. We have to stand guard. We have to make sure that we do what we say we're gonna do. We have to be brave enough to literally stand our ground and be uncompromising as it relates to justice. Clarified by the 3 of Wands and the Devil. This is what we're up against. We know what's there. We see it. We're facing it. But Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. It's a new day. It's time for new contracts. It's time to face it head on with courage. 3 of Wands being with heart, so that we don't have to be operating under the control of empire, of a corrupt empire in all dimensions. Okay, I love you, love you. I hope this resonated with you. Let me know how it did in the comments. I love you, and I will see you hopefully in the sanctuary. Bye.